lane 10, Hayden Wolfsbauer. In lane 9, Sungmin Choi. In lane 8, Billy Pullen. In lane 7, Young-Sik Kwak. In lane 6, Antonio Barrios. In lane 5, Grayson Shiphorst. In lane 4, Joel Munro. In lane 3, Han Sonjae. In lane 2, Aaron Osborne. In lane 1, Hyungwoo Cho. One-minute athletes. So 4 rope climbs, 16 thrusters, 3 rope climbs, 12 thrusters, 2 rope climbs, 8 thrusters. And the weight on the bar is of course 155 pounds or 70 kilos. "30 seconds. Sydney, Australia, this is the last time these athletes will take the floor at the Pacific Regional 2018. So let's make some noise for them before they start. 10 seconds. Stand by. Four rope climbs is the beginning of this fast couplet of rope climbs and thrusters. So it's a shorter rope and athletes may use the use of their feet, but at the start of the rope climb that obviously isn't possible with the shorter rope. So this tests both strength and skill on the rope. World record for this is 3 minutes 17, and it's Joel Munro who is off the rope climbs in 34 seconds, and he begins his set of 16 thrusters at 1:55. Now Grayson Shiphorst and Young-Sik Kwak and Billy Pullen are also on the barbell as well. And Grayson Shiphorst in lane number 5 has an excellent cycle time. Joel Munro has completed the first 8 and he moves the bar forward. Grayson Shiphorst also has finished the first 8. So they will advance the bar after 8 repetitions. So Joel Munro is still your leader in lane number 4. Grayson Shiphorst next to him in lane 5, giving chase, but Joel Munro is through the first 16 thrusters and he makes his way back to the rig for 3 rope climbs. We're 1 minute and 38 seconds down. And Billy Pullen and Grayson Shiphorst also return to the rig to begin their 3 rope climbs. Grayson Shiphorst straight to the rope and up it immediately. Joel Munro has 1 done. Billy Pullen is beginning his first, so it's Joel Munro by 1 rep at this stage of your final event, Heat 1. Munro now has 2 repetitions complete. So Munro on his last rope climb of round number 2. And he's up the rope for the 3rd time. Sydney, Australia, can I ask you to put your hands together for Joel Munro, who has made the early leading in this Heat 1 Event 6. And Grayson Shiphorst has eaten into that lead. By the time Grayson gets to the bar, he'll be about 3 thrusters behind Joel. This is a set of 12, and they will advance the bar after the first 6 reps. So are we going to see either man try and hold on to the bar? Munro has decided to put it down. Does that open the door for Shiphorst? No, he also decides to put it down. So Shiphorst, Munro, and Pullen all on the barbell. And in lane 1, Hyungu Cho cycling the thrusters at a very fast rate, but it is still Joel Munro by about a rep over Grayson Shiphorse. We are 3:26 down. 7-minute cap in this workout. And Joel Munro is back to the rope. For 2 rope climbs and then 8 thrusters. Grayson Shiphorse also back to the rope, as is Billy Pullen. So Munro and Shiphorse, after Grayson Shiphorse was a few thrusters behind, they are now neck and neck. They are both at the same stage of the rope climb, and it's going to come down to the last 8 thrusters. Who's going to have it? Munro jogs to the bar. Grayson's about 10 meters behind him. All right, here we go. 8 thrusters. They clean the bar at the same time. Sydney, Australia makes some noise for 2 men going head to head. And Shiphorse begins to put the foot down. And Joel Munro hangs on to the bar. And 2 reps remaining for Joel Munro. 1 more, in fact. And he will take the event win. Bar goes down. And make some noise for Joel Munro. Sub 5 minutes. Grayson Shiphorse only moments after 5:03 unofficial. So Billy Pullen is the next man. And Hyungu Cho in lane 1. So Pullen and Cho. And it looks like Billy Pullen will be the next man to finish this event. Billy Pullen, ladies and gentlemen, in lane 8. And Hyungu Cho makes some noise for the Korean athlete in lane 1. And Hyungu Cho is done and dusted with his 2018 Pacific Regionals. 7-minute cap on this event, so we've got 1:15. And Soo-Min Choi, he walks the barbell forward. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, Soo-Min Choi was cramping in the first event of the weekend, so he has got to the end of the weekend. Make some noise for Soo-Min Choi. What a brave effort to continue, and he is done in a little over 6 minutes. So the next man, and Antonio Barras, he wanted to do more thrusters, but he is done in lane 6. 25 seconds remaining, and Myung-Sik Kwak, he is going to complete this event. In lane 7, make some noise for Myung-Sik Kwak, Sydney, Australia. And Sun Jae Han is also done. 6:48 unofficial. Aaron Osborne, 5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1, and time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these 10 gentlemen who are done with their 2018 Pacific Regionals. And your heat winner, Joel Munro.
Seconds. Seconds. Stand by. All right, here we go. Heat number 2 of the final event of the 2018 CrossFit Games Pacific Regional. We saw Joel Munro take out the first heat. The event record so far was set by Matt Fraser in a blistering time of 3 minutes and 17 seconds. We have your first athlete, Jake Douglas, well ahead of anyone else early on as he makes his way through the first 16 thrusters. And then 5-6 more athletes join him. Tom Lenjul, Jacob Pfaff, David James, Hugo Layton, Jesse Burns, James Conyu. And now the rest of the field joins out on the 16 thrusters. So Jake Douglas putting on a little bit of a clinic now as he makes his way back for round number 2. He's already opened up a little bit of a lead out on the rest of the field. So Jake Douglas in lane number 7 ascends the rope for his first rope climb of 3. As Jacob Pfaff, Tom Lenjul, Riley Smith all advance the barbell. Then James Conyu, Hugo Layton. But it's lane 7, Jake Douglas, your current leader. As Jake Douglas now makes his way down for the 12 thrusters. So this is round 2. Every 6 reps, the barbell would be advanced forward. So well ahead of the rest of the field, even opening up a lead on the rest of the field is Jake Douglas down in lane 7. As he finishes his first 6 reps, walks the barbell forward and straight into the next 6. What an impressive show Jake's putting on for us here down in Sydney, Australia. Final rep now for Jake Douglas as he places the barbell down, rolls it forward, and he'll move back to the rope for the final 2 rope climbs. Riley Smith now advancing forward for the second set of 6. So Riley Smith now taking up 2nd place. In behind that we have Jacob Pfaff, as Riley Smith now advances for the 3rd and final round. But it is down in lane number 7, Jake Douglas, your leader in heat 2. With just 1 rope climb and 8 thrusters remaining. Sydney, Australia at the Pacific Regional, make some noise for Jake Douglas as he ascends the rope for the final time. With Riley Smith giving chase. And it is now neck and neck. It's coming down to the final 8 reps on the thruster. Riley Smith gets there first. Will we see what Jake Douglas or Riley Smith get through? Riley Smith walks the barbell forward, but Jake Douglas does it overhead. Jake can't hang on. Riley Smith does. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Smith. All right, next, Jake Douglas. He led early on and set the pace for the rest of the field. Now, Jake Douglas gets the work done, and that'll be good enough for 2nd. All right, Jacob Pfaff and Tom Lenjul make their way up the field. Jacob Pfaff picks the bar up first. All right, then we have 5 athletes all in behind Tom Lenjul and Jacob Pfaff. With important points on the line, who can hang on? Jacob Pfaff gets the first 4 reps complete. Tom Lenjul with the first 4 reps complete. But it looks like it will be Jacob Pfaff in the final rep. He will make his way to the finish mat. Jacob Pfaff will be across the line next. Then put your hands together for Hayden Lavanda. Then Tom Lengel. And a foot race to the finish line with David James. What a fast finish. As James Connew now makes his way to the finish mat. We now have Jesse Burns, Hugo Layton and Alex Younger. But it will be Hugo Layton that'll get across the line next. Alex Younger. Sydney, Australia and the Pacific region. Put your hands together and make some noise for this final time today for this heat. And Jesse Burns as he makes his way to the finish mat. And put your hands together for your heat winner, Riley Smith.
Welcome back to Kudos Bank Arena Day 3 action for the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games Pacific Regional. Jeremy Austin, Danae Brown with you. Lily Cosgrove will join us later on. A couple of men's heats down already. And after 5 events of the men, James Newbury way out in front all on his own. Dean Linda Layton backing up what he did in the open on the competition floor here at regional level. 2 old heads, Khan Porter, Brandon Swan, battling it out at 3 and 4. A newcomer from Townsville, Baden Brown. On the bubble, we've got Luke Piso, 14 points back, and Rob Watt, 18 points back, 2 of our New Zealanders. Event number 6, the final test for these athletes for time, 4, 3 and 2. Rope climbs mixed in with 16, 12, 8 thrusters, 155 pounds. And they got 7 minutes to do it. They're not going to need that. Our lane assignments for heat number 3. Keep your eyes right in the mix of 4, 5, and 6. Carlos Abaladejo, Zeke Grove, Mitch Cinnamon. 3 guys, still a mathematical chance of making it to the Reebok CrossFit Games.
10 seconds. Stand by.
Heat number 3 underway now. Expect some very quick times, especially from our 2-time Games competitors, Mitch Cinnamon and Zeke Grove in the center of the arena.
Yes, if you look down the line, Jeremy, I really like what the guys are doing here. It's a grab, almost a legless, and then they're controlling the rope on the way down. We've got a couple of men there, already onto the thrusters. For success in this particular event, what I'm actually looking for is a nice and even tempo. Yes, it's a fast event, but what I want to see is that they keep that tempo and that pace all the way through on the thrusters, and then they do fast transitions back to the rope climb, because there is a lot of transition space between where the barbell is sitting out there on the floor and where the rope is.
Say, when you mention those transitions, some athletes choosing to walk, as Zeke Grove is doing now, and his pockets obviously full of chalk, and cutting down that time he's got to actually do anything. So maybe that's part of strategy, walking back. If you're going to try and catch Matt Fraser's event record of 3 minutes 17, you're going to have to be moving a lot quicker than that.
That's correct, Jeremy. That may be his strategy, with the higher reps as they commence this event. But what I'm looking for, when they do get to the smaller end or the latter end here of this race, is that they do start to speed up that transition time. The reason being is, maybe they want to walk to keep that heart rate down. Both of these elements will jack the heart rate up, and they don't want to fail a rope climb because it will be costly. It is almost half legless, half with the legs.
Games athlete, Zeke Grove, CrossFit Carb up at the Gold Coast. Moving his barbell forward, he's got 12 thrusters to do, 6 and 6. Then he'll head back for 2 rope climbs and finish with 4 and 4. And Zeke needs nothing less than an event win here to put himself in position for a 3rd consecutive Reebok CrossFit Games appearance. Oh, and a crucial no rep, just not locking out that barbell before he came to the ground. That's going to be costly.
Yeah, looks like he didn't quite stand to full extension. What happened is he stood up, but he was leaning forward, so he didn't actually have control of the barbell.
Zeke in absolutely no rush, walking back to the rope for his 2 rope climbs. Not sure exactly what Zeke was doing up the top there, hitting the top of the rig a couple of times.
Looks like he was looking for a position left and then right. It's interesting, isn't it? Now, actually, a really good point here, Jeremy, and I know this is something that's happened in the past regionals. See how Zeke tapped his hand on the outside where the judge wasn't standing? Something really, really important to remember. When you are climbing that rope, make sure your hand is going to tap on the side that the judge is.
Our time to beat, 4 minutes 21 from Riley Smith in the previous heat. Zeke Grove looks like he's going to do that, but can he maintain position at the top with 1 heat after this to go and book another trip to the games? We're going to have to wait and see. Zeke Grove getting done unofficially in 4:10, almost a minute slower than Matt Fraser. And Harry Debenham home under that time from Riley Smith as well. How about Harry throwing a spanner in the works? Have that heat 4.
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Jordan Bender, 8-time regionals competitor, coming over. And CJ Walker, the oldest athlete on the competition floor, finishing up under 5 minutes. Carlos Abel-Dalho finishing up as well from CrossFit Marvel in South Korea. Michael Makaide, all these athletes are going to get home pretty quick. Remembering 1 more men's heat to come a little bit later on. We are going to be getting into our women's heat soon. And Mitch Cinnamon seems to be struggling a little bit on this rope because we know he can move that barbell pretty quick.
Well, actually, I think, Jeremy, it was the barbell who was getting a lot of no reps on. He's very proficient in the rope climb. You can see his body language here. He's obviously very, very disappointed.
He just looks frustrated as well with himself.
I think, you know, it does. You know, you keep getting called no rep, no rep, no rep. And it may, we don't actually know whether it was just some range of motion or what was happening there, but it can be very, very disappointing. It is the last event in the weekend, and everybody wants to go out there, and they want to go out there with a bang, and they just want to know that they've been able to give it their best. To be honest, this is an event that Mitch would do very, very well in. He does move that rope very well. You know, it's in the time domain, which is in his jam, and he is very efficient with the rope. I'm not 100% sure what went on.
We'll go back to the video and check it out, but now Zeke Grove trying to pump up the crowd for Mitch Cinnamon. These two have been to the games for the last 2 years together. We'll have to wait and see for results, but they may not be going back this year. But well done, Mitch Cinnamon.
Your winner of Heat 3 for event 6, Zeke Grove.
And an event win in heat number 3 for Zeke Grove at 4 minutes 11. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here at Kudos at Bank Arena soon. The female heats coming up, and the last heats the men, heat 4 for both men and women, to find out who the top 5 are going to be. That coming your way in just a little while. So make sure you tune in and head over to games.crossfit.com for all your official results. We'll be back in just a few moments. We are here at Kudos Bank Arena for the final men's heat of the final men's event on the final day of competition, the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games Pacific Regional. Our standings after 5 events, James Newbury way out in front, Dean Linda Layton. Can he do enough to secure his first trip to the Reebok CrossFit Games? Khan Porter and Brandon Swan want to go back to the Reebok CrossFit Games, and Baden Brown, our newcomer from Townsville, is pumped and ready to go. But on that bubble, 14 points and 18 points back. The 2 New Zealanders, Luke Fiso and Rob Watt, so close. Event 6, for time, 4, 3, 2 rope climbs, 16, 12, 8 thrusters in the middle of that. Our time cap over 7 minutes and 155 pounds on the barbell. Our lane assignments for heat number 4. We're looking right in the middle, 3 through 8. Keep your eyes peeled into the blue lanes in the center of the arena. Off and running. This is the last 7 minutes of the Pacific Regional. At the end of this, we are going to find out who the 5 males are. They're going to represent the Pacific Regional at the Reebok CrossFit Games in Madison this August. Are we going to see some new blood? Are we going to see some old heads back? And speaking of old heads, he doesn't disappoint. Khan Porter loves a thruster and loves a rope climb. Our event record, 3 minutes and 17 seconds by Matt Fraser out of the Central Regional last weekend. No one's gone near that in the last couple of heats.
But this is of no surprise. Like you said, Jeremy, we know that this guy on screen here loves a rope climb and a thruster. And what he has shown us in the past, you know, when it comes to the last event over the weekend, as he brings it. Now, just a little bit of time there, just trying to ensure that his bar's in the right lane.
So keep in mind, Khan Porter is in charge of his own destiny, as is this guy, Royce Dunn, who is our current leader over Khan Porter. If Khan finishes top 5, he will go back to the Reebok CrossFit Games.
Now, what's interesting to note, Jeremy, is that Khan just had a little bit of trouble getting his feet collected into the rope. Now, with that said, what has happened is what I was about to just say. Now we see a new leader. Royce Dunn has just been able to take away the lead just because of that tiny, slight little mistake of not being able to lock his foot in.
That's not going to matter for Khan Porter as he comes to the barbell for the second set of 12 thrusters. But to the closest edge of the screen in the blue shirt, Rob Watt. Now he's on the bubble, 18 points back. With a strong finish here, he could find himself sneaking into that 5th position. Khan Porter moving ahead, but Royce Dunn still our leader heading in to the 3rd round. 2 rope climbs, 8 thrusters to go. At the top of the screen, you'll see Royce move back to the rig. Rob Watt to the bottom of the screen in the blue shirt, keeping pace with Khan Porter. Now, Rob Watt pulling ahead of Khan Porter. Rob Watt gets 94 points here. That is going to open things up massively. And this is what this crowd has come to see. Royce Dunn, top of screen with no shirt, making his way back. He's not going to get the event record, but it is going to be the fastest time out of the 4 heats here at the Pacific Regional. Rob Watts about to tap. Rob Watts. Can he shake things up on the leaderboard as Baden Brown heads back. Baden Brown with it all to lose. Rob Watt with it all to gain. Keep in mind, Zeke Grove's time of 4:11 is going to come into play as well.
Well, you can see him just losing his bit of footing there, just losing a little bit of grounding.
Royce Dunn struggling on the last couple of reps. But that is it for Royce Dunn. He is going to be the fastest over the line. And 100 points for Royce Dunn. Now the battle, James Newbury in second. He will finish third overall behind Zeke Grove. Now Khan Porter and Rob Watt. Rob Watt with a no rep. Khan Porter. The legend that is Khan Porter is back to the Reebok CrossFit Games. And he has wanted that for the last 12 months. Rob Watt, what will that do for results?
What will it do? Unfortunately, a little bit of fatigue setting in there, Jeremy. Just as he was about to do his last couple of thrusters, he got called a few no reps.
Dean Lindelade looks like he has booked his trip, his first trip to the CrossFit Games in Madison. Matty McLeod, who is sitting on the bubble, and Baden Brown sitting in fifth, have come over the line. I'll tell you what, the guy who's about to finish, Brandon Swan, he was in fourth. Is he going to lose that spot? Has he done enough, Brandon Swan? He's got nothing left in the tank. Luke Fiso coming over the line now. And our last competitor, Big Matt Riley. There's still a super fast time of 5:29. Oh, I'll tell you what, if this crowd wanted excitement, 2018 Pacific Regional, they got it.
Wasn't it, Jeremy? It was going off like a frog in a sock.
Absolutely. And these bodies are absolutely broken. Royce Dunn, 4:05. 6 seconds quicker than Heat 3 of Zeke Grove at 4:11. But enough to gain him 100 points.
Jeremy, I really think the fatigue came into play there of the event 5 of today. Because, you know, we saw a couple of guys out there just failing to lock out the thruster and, you know, having a lot of trouble trying to get that power as they were driving out of the front squat.
The fourth and final heat of the sixth and final events, day 3 of competition. And Big Royce Dunn sneaks into the regional competition from the open after a couple of qualifiers stepped out, but didn't this guy step straight in? And he's a big unit, and this suited him down to the ground.
Clearly having no problems both on the rope climb and the thruster component of this event. You know, he's just showing us, putting on a display of how strong, but as I mentioned before, just the fatigue setting in. We know he loves to chuck a barbell around, but that fatigue of the early event just coming into play.
Big Royce, absolutely pumped up, as will his entire affiliate, CrossFitorian in Brisbane. They've come to watch exceptional performances. And what a performance from Royce Dunn, 4:05. I'll tell you, if you're going to beat a couple of guys that are good at thrusters and rope climbs like Khan Porter and Zeke Grove, that's the way to do it. Newbury, he has just been there, just chipping away, hiding. When it matters, boom, he's out of the water and over the line. But hasn't he bounced back?
It's almost like he seems to come from behind. He never leads from the front at the start of an event. And then you're like, oh, you know, and then...
Here I am.
Here I am. Hey, everyone, I'm still here. And then just kind of comes home really strong. Obviously, his strategy and his pacing is really on point.
Royce, the dreaded wait starts now. Has that 100 points propelled him into that top 5 position? We know this guy will be back to Madison this year with an exceptional performance. Khan Porter standing up with no shirt to the left. He's stoked and very happy to be singing. Bit of John Farnham down here.
One thing I will say is DJ has been on point.
Matt Riley, Event 5 winner, and had a huge following. And one of his training partners, Maddie Sturt, she's heading back for her 3rd trip to the games. The crowd, a few beers under their belt, getting a little bit raucous. Things will probably get a lot more raucous tonight. Event 7. Rob Watt in the blue shirt to the right. Matty McLeod in the back. The bubble athletes coming in. The 3 of them there. They have to wait and see. Number of athletes possibly making their first trip to Madison this year. But a guy who didn't make it last year, came in 7th. Said he was going to come back in team competition, put those plans on the shelf for another year. Brandon Swan, will he be making a trip back? And Luke Fiso, great open performance. Baden Brown in front of screen, coming in 5th into this last event. It's a 23-year-old youngster. Has he done enough? Will the results fall his way? It's only a couple of minutes away till we announce the 5 men heading over from the Pacific Regional. There's a lot of pacing going on, D. I don't mean just here in the commentary area, I mean on the floor as well.
A lot of nervous energy going on down there. You know, I think the athletes are just waiting for that call just to ease their mind. It's been a very long weekend. It's been a very long training year. And right at this point, they just want to hear a bit of relief. And they just want to hear their name called. There's a little bit of uncertainty there, especially with the 3rd, 4th and 5th place.
Dean Lindelake in front of screen. He's been so close a number of years. He's been consistent over the first 2 days. Had an okay event in Event 5. And the youngster, Baden Brown, 23-year-old from CrossFit Townsville, in the Townsville team last year. Hasn't he just jumped this year? Came in 8th after the Open, and coming in 5th into the final event.
He was impressive all weekend. Rob Watt there on screen.
He was impressive as well.
Especially in Event 5, and also coming out into this event here. He unfortunately just got caught up a little bit with the no reps, but otherwise he would have crossed that line relatively fast.
So Rob White, a New Zealander, but living in Melbourne at the moment out of CrossFit Moorabbin. Maybe that was him. Maybe coming to Australia is like helping him a little bit. Kiwis will love that. No, they won't.
You wait for the backlash.
Oh, the backlash will be massive.
Well, at least it won't be you haven't mentioned them, okay?
With the 2 Kiwis sitting on the bubble, Rob White, Luke Fiso in the center screen in the blue shirts. Have the results fallen their way?
Now, the question we posed at the start of the weekend was, will Dean Lindelake make it?
You know what, D? I'm going to call it right now. I'm going to say yes. Khan Porter's happy. He knows he's done enough. And Khan getting the crowd up on their feet, a little bit of YMCA while we wait for results. Royce breathing very heavy.
sensational weekend.
This is what it's all about down here at the Pacific Regional.
Do the Pacific know how to bring it?
The Pacific champs, the new Pacific female champ, Tia Kletsumi, and the repeat champ, James Newbury.
Fittest On Arena, give yourself a round of applause. That was excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, I have in my hands the top 5 places, the qualifiers for the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games. And let me say, this is one of the most remarkable finishes in individual competition we have seen at Pacific Regionals. In first place, with 546 points, your defending champ, James Newbury. In second place, making his CrossFit Games debut, Dean Linda Layton. In third place, with 412 points, returning after a few years' absence to the CrossFit Games, Khan Porter! In fourth place, with 394 points, also making his CrossFit Games debut, Roy Stun! And in 5th place, as I said, one of the most remarkable comebacks we've ever seen on the 3rd day. We actually couldn't even find him for this announcement. Zeke Grove! Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. These are your top 5 qualifiers for the Reebok CrossFit Games 2018.
Man, what the hell? Congratulations, dude. Thank you. Good job, man. Oh, fuck my God. What a whirlwind. The time of your life, Carl. The time of your life. What a time to be alive. Oh, fucking hell. The big boys have it. Surely you got to have a beer tonight, Royce. Just one.
Tears from Zeke Grove. Wowza. Zeke has done a Becca Voigt. Pretty much the biggest makeup of points in day 3. Becca did it. And then Zeke's come out. Bomb. Holy dooly. But what a great 5. Today I'm blown away.
And what an impressive finish, Jeremy. You know, the boys down there, they said, what a time to be alive. And what a time it is. What an impressive performance by all of these men on the field.
Royce Dunn sneaks into the regional after guys drop out and he goes to the games. Like, I'm flabbergasted. The competition was so tight all weekend, people jostling for positions. And how hard a year has Zeke Grove had? Has a preemie baby last year, then gets sick and he's in a coma. And wow, like he's had such a rough time. And oh God, crazy. Khan Porter, he's going back. He wanted it so badly. Oh, and Dean Linda Layton, how can we forget him?
And I think the reaction on his face just says it all. You know, Jeremy...
Let's not repeat what he just said.
we spoke, you know, earlier about all the adversity that this guy has been through.
And Lil, how was it down on the floor?
Zeke Grove, what a remarkable comeback. Just incredible to watch. Everyone here has been rooting for you. Can you just tell us, we can obviously see it on your face, there's a few emotions going through. Can you tell us what it means to make it back to the CrossFit Games after a rough couple of days?
Oh, man, I'm speechless. Like, I didn't expect it. Coming in today, I knew I had to do something special. I actually posted something last night saying, look out for something special, and here it is. I don't even know. I got nothing.
That's okay. So can you bring us something special at the CrossFit Games this year? We'd love to see you really excel out there on that field. What are you going to do between now and then?
Yeah, that's a plan. You know, last year, my wife gave birth to our beautiful son. 3 weeks before the CrossFit Games, so that was probably one of the most stressful times I've ever had. So going into the games, I can't say I was 100% focused on what I was doing. So this year, hopefully it's a breeze and I can just focus on me and do my thing.
Well, fantastic. Knuckle down and show us what you've got. Thank you, Zeke Grove. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate the support.
What an absolute champion. Lauren and little Zephyr there in the crowd. And Danae, can you pass the tissues, please?
Oh, it's just been inspirational for him. You know, Jeremy, you've told me of how much adversity this guy has been through. You said having a child, being in a coma at the start of the year.
Like, just absolutely crazy stuff.
It's very hard to comprehend, isn't it?
And standing by with Lily Cosgrove is our repeat regional champ.
James Newbury, an absolutely dominating performance here at the Pacific Regional. We've seen you at the CrossFit Games a couple of years in a row. What is going to be the difference this year to really make a splash, to really show the world what you've got?
Well, during this off-season, I've really worked on my mental game. I think everyone that goes there is really fit and everyone is capable physically, but it really comes down to how you approach the workouts, how you game plan for them, and how you structure your mental game leading in for training and also leading in for the actual competition itself. So I've really worked on that, and yeah, I plan on going there and really making a statement and having a good hard crack.
Fantastic. And what has the crowd been like here in Sydney this weekend?
Oh, this has been the best regional so far. You guys have made it awesome. The crowd's been ridiculously good. Thank you so much, guys. You've made the workouts that little bit less painful.
Well done, James Newbury. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, guys.
Great job from our Pacific champ, and standing by with one of our newcomers down on the competition floor is Royce Dunn.
Royce Dunn, what a surprise packet this weekend. This wasn't what we expected. We've seen you out here at regionals the last couple of years. What was the difference this year that got this big human a ticket to the CrossFit Games?
Rob Forte went team and gave me a spot.
Don't be silly. You've got some special stuff. Tell us about your performance this weekend.
Having the barbell back definitely played to my strengths. And I don't know, I guess it's just another year of training. Another 12 months just keeps accumulating and it pays off.
Were you expecting to dominate that final heat like you did? And what was going through your mind?
No, not at all. I rolled my foot off one of the boxes on event 5, like real Gumby. And I had a proper sprain of all my ligaments, so I didn't even know if I was going to come out. And then Ben Raffaello, one of the great caros back there, strapped me up, and I just thought I've got to go for it. And once 3, 2, 1 go happened, I didn't feel any pain. And I thought I got to send it or I won't get a spot, so went for it.
And can you make a splash over in Madison at the CrossFit Games?
I could probably win in a snatch event or something, but I might drown in the ocean, so stand by.
Some work to do then. Well, congratulations, Royce Dunn.
Thanks so much, Lou. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Lucky enough for Royce Dunn, there's no oceans over there, there's just a big lake in Madison. But what a great 3 days of competition, some absolute outstanding performances, some surprises along the way, some new blood heading to the Reebok CrossFit Games. An old head, Khan Porter, making his way back as well. Dominating performances from both James Newbury and Tia Claire Toomey. We've had a great 3 days here at Kudos Bank Arena, a new home for the Pacific Regional. What are we going to see at the Games? We're going to have to wait and see. But thank you very much for tuning in. For Lily Cosgrove, Danae Brown, my name's Jeremy Austin. Look forward to seeing what happens at the Games in Madison. We'll see you all next year.